Welcome everyone to today's licensing subcommittee hearing. I'm Councillor Emily Strudwick. I'm just going to do some housekeeping and safety information. If the continuous fire alarm sounds, please evacuate the room and public gallery by the stairwells. Do not attempt to use the lifts. Please assemble in the turning circle at the end of King Henry Street past the University's Park building. To comply with the Guildhall Trust Fire Marshal regulations, anyone who signed in at the Guildhall reception desk should sign out when leaving the building. Everyone speaking via a microphone will be on camera, including those making deputations, and the public seating area is not in view of the cameras used in webcasting this meeting. Members of the press and public are permitted to record this meeting on the understanding that it neither disrupts the meeting nor records those stating explicitly they do not wish to be recorded. Please can everyone use the microphones and remember to switch them off when you have finished. So it's just the little button below the Portsmouth sign. We'll just go around and do introductions. I will start on my right, please.
Councillor Russell Simpson.
Councillor Abdul Kadir.
Anna Martin, Democratic Services.
Nikki Humphreys, Licensing Manager.
Zoe Gofton, Senior Compliance Resources Officer.
Good afternoon, my name's Ben Attrell. I'm a solicitor employed by the Council.
And yourself?
Hello, I'm Kevin Dixon, Regional Manager for Novomatic Luxury Leisure.
Members, any declarations of interest? No? Perfect. And Kevin, you have a running order for today's meeting, don't you? Perfect. Amazing. So we are going to pass over to Nikki.
Thank you, Chair. Obviously, you're here today. The purpose of this meeting is for you to consider an objection that's been received in respect of an application for an amenity on the highway, which consists of an A-board to be located on the pavement outside Admiral premises, and that's situated at 1 to 3 Gladys Avenue, Portsmouth. The application relates to the single structure of an A-board. Paragraph 3 of your report sets out the dimensions. It's a small structure on the highway. It is proposed to be on outside on the premises between 0800 and 2100 hours every day, and obviously it'd be removed outside of those core hours. You have as an Appendix A and an Appendix B to your report a plan and a sketch of the proposed location, and also an image of the actual junction itself and the reasons why the objection has been made. You did have a response in relation to this application from the Transport Road Safety Team. That's contained in paragraph 4 of your report, and it does make you aware that it is a junction that has been subject to many casualties over the years, that there are intentions to improve the area, and that it is also a pedestrian link for various schools and school crossing patrols. The road safety seems worth acknowledging that there are some concerns about casualty rates within that and the thoroughfare of pedestrians. They accept that the application that has been made is not good. They do not propose to object to it, on the understanding that that is monitored and any changes may be necessary in the future, and that should they receive any reports or incidents that can be attributable to the obstruction of the highway by the A-board, then they can come back and revisit the permission that you have before you today to consider. Councillor Jason Fazakerley has formally objected to this proposal. Regretfully, he had to send his apologies for work commitments, but obviously you have his concerns laid out in the report on page 2. I think it is page 2. Again, that's set out in representations 4. And obviously those have due regard to those concerns when you're considering this application. Members, I won't go through it all because I know you would have all read all the requirements and you have the statutory considerations available in paragraph 5, and you also have your policy considerations highlighted in that section, and you have access to your actual policy as an appendix to the papers. So, members, there is no recommendation for you today. It's a matter for yourselves based upon the evidence that you've heard from Road Safety Councillor Fazakerley, and obviously any comments that the applicant may wish to make to you in support of his application. Thank you.
Thank you. Members, do you have any questions for Nikki at this moment? No? Neither do I. Perfect. I'm going to pass over to Kevin now. Do you have any questions for Nikki at this time? No? Fine. Amazing. So I'm going to pass over to you now, and this is to explain, I guess, why you want the able, everything like that. Any concerns raised, this is where you can kind of refute them or anything like that. All right?
Thank you, Chair. We've recently purchased the business in North End and are trying to change and bring it into standard with the rest of our businesses across the south. An A board is what we normally would have in our premises. You have to realise that a lot of our windows are blacked out for privacy reasons, therefore we can't put posters and such like as much in the windows as maybe other retailers would. So an A board is part of letting our customers know what's going on. It's also about information, but it's not, and it shouldn't be visible to motorists or easily seen by motorists or anything like that going past the premises. Looking down that area, London Road, there are a number of A boards already in London Road. There's one premises has got 2 out just a few doors away from us. And there's plenty scattered up and down London Road. The junction that we're at, Gladys Avenue, is actually just set back slightly as well from the main road. So it isn't as visible as maybe the report would suggest. You would have to really look quite carefully to see it as if you're driving either south or north. Is it south or north, east or west, whichever way. Therefore, we would like to have an A board. We understand the representations, but also would be quite happy to go in for a trial period or anything like that you would suggest if you think it is contentious, to see if there are any issues or such like. The pavement is very wide at that point, so there's absolutely no problems with accessibility for anyone getting past, and that's really what we'd like. Thank you.
Thank you. I've just got a couple of questions. Regarding the measurements from where the A-board is to the curb, has measurements been taken to the drainage on either side as well? Because obviously it needs to be 2 metres clear. So at the minute, have you got this pack? No? Can we just get this gentleman's pack? I'm just referring to page 9. It's page 9 I'm referring to. It obviously says 3.1 metre wide pavement, but that looks like it's going from the A-board straight to the curb. But there's, believe there's drains on either side, and then obviously you've got the drop curb, which isn't outlined very clearly on this. So I just want to know where has measurements been taken to that, to the lamppost, the drainage, to the drop curb for the clearance of that 2 metres. If I don't know if transport took it or you took the measurements.
I didn't personally take the measurements. This was done by our solicitors, but I would imagine that the green area would would be the 3 point. No, it's the drop curb's well away from the area that we were expecting to put the A board.
I believe there's a dropped curb. Oh, it's not very clear because it's black and white. Oh, I don't know if you've got a lightly coloured.
I've got a colour one.
Believe there's a drop curb here.
Okay.
You've obviously got this one on the corner.
Yeah, I can see the one on the corner, and that's got the tactile paving as well. Would you prefer the location to be moved one bay further?
I'm just trying to make sure it's clear on our kind of the policy around it, because I know it has to be clear. So I don't know. Has anyone else got a coloured copy that I could see?
Would I suggest that if it wasn't, then wouldn't your transport department would have
This
brought that up?
is what I'm just trying to gauge, because I don't know who's taken these measurements, and normally I would have presumed they would have taken them from all angles.
Just to confirm, the colour plan that you're referencing was submitted by the applicant as part of the application, but I'm just checking on Google Maps now for you.
I'm testing everyone today, nobody knows.
It's a movable A-board. If there are inspection covers that need to be looked at, it would be moved.
It's just where would it be moved to, because obviously it would then need to be cleared by transport again. So
We just take it in. If someone wants to look at an inspection cover, we just take it inside.
Just for clarification, when amenity applications or indeed even pavement licence applications, when we're looking at putting structures on the highway, the key factor that Highways Authority will look at is actual structures. So not necessarily drains that are flush with the pavement. It would be if there was a bus stop or, as is the case here with this premises, I think there is a sign or a lamppost or something by the premises, and that they would take into account because that is an obstruction on the actual thoroughfare. But a flush drain wouldn't, because people can still come over.
Has the other drop curb been taken into consideration then? Because I can't see it. It's just been... because what they've said isn't very clear, so I'm just trying to get more of a clearer understanding, I guess, of who's done measurements. I would have expected our transport team or whoever it is to have done something like that.
Road safety are very comprehensive in terms of their assessment for any structures. So I would suggest if they've not referenced it, it hasn't given rise to any concerns.
Members, do you have any questions? Nikki, do you have any questions? No. Oh, I was going to ask, the A-board, how is that being weighed down?
Chair, it comes with a reservoir for water to be put into the base, so you fill the base with water. It becomes very, very heavy then.
And I presume that's being brought in every day at the end, yeah. Just want to triple check, members, no more questions? No.
Yeah, so you mentioned that the A-board shouldn't be visible to motorists. Why was it you were saying that?
I didn't say it would be visible. It's not designed for motorists to read. It will be for pedestrians, customers to read. The images on it wouldn't be big enough.
I mean, looking at page 9, it appears to be placed abutting the building, and the pavement width seems to be quite wide at that point. So it's not something that's going to sort of stand out to motorists, is it? I don't think.
It's not like them TVs they put up with flashing lights. Yeah. No, no, no. Just a quick question. Is their pavement the same size the other side as well? No.
The Gladys Avenue
Yeah.
the pavement is definitely not as wide
Right.
as the one onto London Road.
And that's got bollards around it. If you wanted to see a image, I've got that there for you, Chair. Did you want to see it?
I'm not very good with black and white photos. Do you know the height of the A-board?
I heard you talking and I'm just starting to look it up. It takes an A1 poster, if that's helpful. Just about a metre.
Thank you. A reference was made about other businesses having A-boards. Nikki, do we have other businesses? You,
I'd have to check, but we do have problems with A-boards in the city where they don't apply for permits. So just because they're there, it may well be that they haven't sought permission as per this legitimate application before you.
Could the applicant give an example of A-boards that you see every day and where they are?
Well, I literally come that way before I come here today, and the Butchers, which is just the other side of Gladys Avenue, had 2 A-boards out the front. And there was a couple of mini-marts as well, both with an A-board. And they had an A-board of the same, exactly the same design that we've asked for, which we use.
I'll be honest, I think the main concern is because of where it's the roundabout and the speed that some people are coming round. So it's A1, filled with water, and basically as flush to the building as it physically can be. I have no more questions. Anyone else? No? No? Okay. This is a lot more simpler than I thought it was going to be. Right, we're going to go up to summing up then. So I will pass over to Nikki if there's anything you want to sum up. Or Zoe?
No, nothing for me, Chair, thank you.
No problem. And then Kevin, if you'd like to sum up, if you've got anything else you want to say.
Yeah, not a lot really. It's as you said, it's rather straightforward and a simple matter of an A-board. We'd like to invest in the area. We've already employed more people in that area, in that venue rather. We just like to put out an A-board to be like the rest of our venues and to fit in and communicate offers to our customers. And things like Christmas opening hours and that would be the sort of stuff we'd put in the A-board. So, but like I said, we're quite happy to work with you and to have a trial period or anything that you feel would work to pacify the objections. Thank you.
Thank you. We are now going to move into a closed session where we'll ask everyone to leave. I will say, what's the time? 2:20, so I'll say 2:40.
Yes, I think that's probably reasonable. And before you do so, can I just ask Nikki a quick question about trial periods? Is that something that is usual in this type of matter? It's something I don't regularly deal with.
I think the legislation says the licences are for up to 12 months. So, you know, we've got, it's something maybe a 12-month, and there are provisions that under the conditions of the licence, if there were any extenuating circumstances, the permit can be revoked or the permission removed. I should say that sounds better than revoked, doesn't it? So yes, there is a period for monitoring. It is a 12-month permit, but we can revisit that at any time.
So after the 12 months, if there's been any issues, that could then be flagged up again when he reapplies. Fine. Okay. Perfect. So we'll say 2:40. So you can go and have a coffee, and we won't be back before that. We might be slightly after, but definitely not before that. And if you see us, we can't talk to you. We're not ignoring you. Okay? Thank you. We'll adjourn for now.